every day, everywhere. Hi, I'm Shawna, and I love looking for shapes. I love looking for numbers, too. Numbers and shapes are part of mathematics, and we all use math all the time. We use math to count, add and subtract, and measure. We also use math to shop, cook, and build everything from model trains to spaceships. I used math all day today. In art class, my teacher asked me to count the paintbrushes to see if there were enough for everyone. There are 20 people in my class, but there were only 13 paintbrushes. 20 minus 13 equals 7. We needed 7 more paintbrushes, so I borrowed them from another class. After school, I went to the store to buy my favorite snack, dried fruit and nuts. The clerk used a scale to measure out how much I wanted. Then I counted out money to give to the clerk. That's math, too. I ate my snack in the park while I watched a basketball game. The basketball players were using math, too. They added by 2s and 3s to keep score. I also saw some bird watchers counting how many robins were in the park. There were 3 robins in the picnic area, 6 robins in the trees, and 5 robins near the lake. 3 plus 6 plus 5 equals 14. 14 robins were in the park. Just about everything people build is made of shapes like circles, squares, rectangles, spheres, cylinders, cones, and cubes. On my way home from the park, I watched some workers measuring and cutting wood into different shapes to build a new store. Back home, I used math when I baked cookies. I measured and mixed the ingredients, and I used cookie cutters to shape the cookies into circles and triangles. After I made the cookies, my brother Van sneaked in and ate some. I had made 16 cookies, and there were 13 cookies left. 16 minus 13 equals 3. Van ate 3 cookies. It's amazing to think of all the things people can do with math. I see math everywhere, and you will too if you look for it. I hope you can join me on my next math adventure. Click on the next activity. I can count. I see shapes. I can math is everywhere. Click on the next activity. Find these shapes hidden in the picture. Done. Click on the next activity. Triangle, square, circle, triangle. Good job. You completed the pattern. Click on the next activity. Hi, everyone. Today, I'm going to tell you the story of how the three little pigs used math strategies to save them from being eaten by the big bad wolf. My story begins shortly after the well-known story ends. Now, all three pigs had homes made of brick. Never again would that mean old wolf blow their houses down. There was only one problem.
I've run out of bricks!
The third little pig needed 18 bricks to finish his house. He couldn't live there with a hole large enough for a hungry old wolf to crawl through.
I only have 5 bricks left in my wheelbarrow. That's not enough to finish my house.
There's a farmer down the road who has 8 more. I'm sure he'll let us have them.
And I have 7 right here. Will that be enough to finish building your house?
This sounds like a math problem.
But the first little pig knew something his brother didn't.
Don't be sad, brother. A math problem is only a problem when you don't know how to find the answer. But I know some great ways to solve math problems. They're called strategies.
Oh, strategies!
See these buttons?
That's your button collection.
Well, today, we're pretending that they're bricks. These 5 buttons stand for the number of bricks in your wheelbarrow. And these 8 buttons stand for the farmer's bricks. And these 7 buttons stand for the bricks in Brother's backyard. So if we want to know how many bricks there are all together, we just combine the groups and count the total number of buttons.
Amazing! What are the other strategies?
There's another one that involves drawing.
This is my favorite part of the story because it has rectangles, and you know how much I love shapes. Oh, now back to the story.
Instead of buttons, we draw a small rectangle for each brick. So that's 5 rectangles for the bricks in the wheelbarrow, 8 rectangles for the farmer's bricks, and 7 rectangles for the bricks in Brother's backyard.
So if we count all of these rectangles,
We'll know the total number of bricks that we have. That's brilliant!
That's right. But there's one last strategy you might like better. It's my favorite. We make a number sentence.
Whoa! A number
number
sentence!
A number sentence is written like this. 5 bricks in the wheelbarrow, plus the farmer's 8 bricks, plus the 7 bricks in Brother's backyard. We use plus signs to show that we're adding those numbers, a question mark to stand for the number that we don't know, and an equal sign to show that the amount on one side is the same as the amount on the other side.
Now all that's left is to add those 3 numbers together.
So while the first little pig added the numbers in his number sentence, the second little pig counted rectangles, and the third little pig counted buttons.
5 plus 8 is 13, plus 7 more is 20. What did you get?
We also got 20! Since 20 is more than 18, I have enough bricks to finish my house!
The pigs were all so happy that they jumped with joy.
Yay!
And so, working together, they finished the third little pig's house of bricks. But that's not where my story ends. Oh no! The big bad wolf paid the pigs a visit, and he was terribly hungry.
Bricks, huh? Since when did pigs get so smart?
Mr. Big Bad Wolf, we know it's not what you had in mind, but we made you a sandwich so you wouldn't go hungry.
Peanut butter and jelly, my favorite.
Click on the next activity. Read the story problem. Draw pictures of the bricks. Write a number sentence about the bricks. Then answer the question. Done.
Click on the next act.
Shawna's pattern bracelets. Help me make friendship bracelets.
Play.
Drag in the correct pieces to complete the pattern. Then select Done. Flower, smiley face. Smiley face. Flower. Nice job. Butterfly, bird, flower. Bird. Flower. Butterfly. Well done. Bead, bead, heart. Bead, bead, heart. Awesome! Bird, bead, bead. Bird. Bead, bead. Awesome! Smiley face, heart, heart, fish. Smiley face. Heart. Excellent! Ladybug, flower, butterfly, bead. Flower. Butterfly. Flower. Great job! Incredible!
Click on the next activity.
The show must go on. It was the day before the big school play. The story was about a faraway planet where aliens lived. Charlie, Piper, and Geordie had been working hard. They had spent a whole week building the scenery and props. They had even built the aliens' spaceship.
Mr. Landfield, can you take a picture of us in front of the spaceship?
Geordie asked. He and his friends Charlie and Piper pulled the ship onto the stage. Mr. Landfield was the director of the play. "Of course," he said. "It looks amazing." Charlie, Piper, and Geordie stood in front of the cardboard ship. They smiled their biggest smiles. "Back up," Mr. Landfield said as he held up his cell phone camera. The kids stepped closer to the spaceship. "More! More! More! Stop!" Mr. Landfield cried. Crash! It was too late. Geordie had backed into the spaceship and fallen on top of it. Mr. Landfield rushed over to see if Geordie was okay.
I'm fine,
Geordie said.
but the spaceship isn't.
Piper stood the ship back up.
Our aliens can't have a broken spaceship, she said. One of them has to travel to Earth in it at the end of the play. What are we going to do? Maybe the ship could crash land on Earth, said Geordie. That would explain why it's broken. We can fix it, said Piper. All we have to do is cut a new piece of cardboard, tape it on, and paint it. We just need to get the size right.
The play isn't until tomorrow afternoon, said Mr. Landfield. We have time. Charlie found a piece of cardboard, but Geordie had bad news.
There's no more silver paint, he said. All I could find was purple. Then we'll just have to paint the whole ship purple,
Charlie told him. Meanwhile, Piper found a tape measure in the toolbox. She measured the hole in the ship so they would know how big to make the new piece. The three friends put the cardboard on the floor of the stage. Charlie and Geordie held the tape measure while Piper used a pencil to draw lines that were the right length. When Piper was done, there was a rectangle on the cardboard, just the size that they needed. Charlie cut out the piece and taped it on the ship.
Perfect,
Piper said.
Now all we have to do is paint it.
The kids moved the ship off the stage. Each one took a paintbrush and began painting. The next afternoon, before the play, the friends checked on their ship.
It looks great,
said Piper.
It sure does,
Geordie agreed.
I actually like the purple better.
He and Piper went to put on their costumes. Charlie stayed behind. He was looking at a silver spot on the ship that he and his friends had missed the day before.
I need to fix that before the show starts,
he thought. He found the purple paint and quickly brushed some more on the ship. An hour later, the curtain went up and the play began. Most of the play took place on the aliens' planet. At the end, though, one alien decided to take a spaceship to Earth. He wanted to find out if there was any life there. Geordie was playing that part.
Goodbye, friends,
Geordie said to the other aliens.
Wish me luck.
Geordie walked off the stage, grabbed the spaceship, and came back out.
I've landed,
he yelled. That's when he noticed that he had a big purple spot in the center of his costume. The paint Charlie had used on the ship hadn't dried in time. Thinking quickly, Geordie said,
What a strange place the planet Earth is. The atmosphere has made me change color.
Everyone laughed, and Geordie breathed a sigh of relief. Later, when he took his bow, he was smiling from ear to ear. It was a day he would never forget.
Click on the next activity.